The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Up next, let's keep it in the NFC for this game between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and the NFL playoffs are finally upon us. We don't know who the teams will be just yet, but one thing we do know, partner, whoever makes it through to the end of the gauntlet ahead has truly earned a spot in this year's Super Bowl.
It's really what the regular season does. It gets you battle-tested before you take the field in these playoffs. Where it's win or pack your bags. When we saw these guys in week one, neither of them were Super Bowl ready. But watching them now, I think both have a real shot at winning it all. They're gritty, they're tough, and they're ready for this moment.
Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wildcard weekend. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game, but he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
From the shotgun, Penix. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. He's got it near midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. But a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 5. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Again, this is Gainwell. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And he only gets this one down to the 9. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Gainwell is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. They go play action. Here's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Penix working from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Penix. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Juke the defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. 7-3 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 16-yard line.
From the 16. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Penix on 1st down. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Penix now on 1st down. Caught, nice gain left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Saints and Kenneth Gainwell ready for their next possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Right up the gut. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
And the Saints first down.
From midfield now, he finds Johnson. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Blown back into the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he goes down. The Falcons got to him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Corliss Waitman on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And that last impressive touchdown drive, well, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Penix now. Along the sideline, and Pitts brings it in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
A toss now to Robinson. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I got to give some kudos to that defense right there. Sometimes as an offense, you think you can outsmart those guys on the other side. But that defense, they were dialed in for that draw.
Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Saints returning their offense and this running back to the field. No return on that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Olave. And he gets him around 6 there. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
3rd down from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. On the handoff, here's Gainwell. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Falcons will take over. The Falcons with the football late in the 1st half. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Flush down out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.